Yes, welcome. And just for this moment, simply stop practicing anything. Like practicing thinking, practicing feeling. And just be. And notice whether you are even practicing that, practicing on being. Just simply notice. Otherwise, simply be. And you're letting what you are be. When you're allowing what is. When you're open to allowing the presence of what is. Yes. And while allowing what you are be, see if you can sense the effortlessness of the moment. This ever being moment. See if you can sense the soft effortlessness or the soft presence of the moment. And could you, whatever you might be sensing, about the moment, could you surrender it to the moment itself? Remember, just only the best you can. Could you, whatever you might be sensing about the moment, to surrender it to the moment itself? And you're allowing the moment to be. When you are sensing expectations, sensing, experiencing, but without being interested in whatever is being sensed. So again, whatever is being sensed, could you simply stay as that, as the moment itself, to which all of this coming and going, up and down, appearing and disappearing, arises. And it will be natural for some of us to feel some kind of movement happening in the chest area. What is happening is that is naturally and effortlessly unraveling all the energy we used to use to ignore the moment. And if some of us are sensing a tension, a contraction, a nod, or a numbness, it's because out of habit, we are using it to ignore the moment. So now, if that is the case, simply, just for this moment, could you just relax the sense of holding on? The sense of gripping or grasping. And simply notice what is beyond that. The openness. The effortless presence of the moment. And see how you will notice that something gets loosened, something loosens up. Something, the sensation of contraction relaxes, unravels by itself. You get a break from the exercising of holding on for dear life. So simply remember that you have this choice. To keep holding or to notice what is beyond this holding. So yes, while allowing the best you can to stay as what you are. This ever-present moment. Again, if you're noticing any sensing that is distracting you from simply just simultaneously be and sense, so notice it and remember that you can throw it. You can liberate it like you will liberate. All this sensing, you will liberate it like you can liberate a little bird that you've been holding in your hands. Into the openness. Without caring which way it goes. Without caring about which direction the bird takes. On the contrary, open to the openness itself. So, if it's not too much to ask, just for this moment, could you be the moment itself? Yes. And if some of you are sensing some effort, simply notice the effortlessness presence of the moment. And could you open to the possibility that each time you feel invited is spontaneous to honor this, the presence of the moment. Again, if it's repetitious, I'm sorry, but could you open to the possibility that you are opening to remember what you truly are? Yes, each time you open to dive into the moment, you're opening to the remembrance of what you are. And you will notice that what you are is the fountain of happiness. Because it's naturally happy. So each time you open to what is actually here, this effortless presence of the moment, you stop begging for happiness. By the way, a parenthesis is normal if you're feeling, some of you, a lot of energy or your heart beating fast. If it is, if you're noticing it, it's because, again, out of habit, you are focusing into an object. You're allowing the object to point you away from happiness. So simply notice the happiness, notice the object, whatever you're sensing, and just for this moment, don't use it to look away from that in which arises. This happy moment. So yes, as I was saying, the moment you are open to stay as what it is, this effortless moment, you stop begging for happiness. And we stop begging for happiness in two different ways. One way is when we want to absorb happiness from a place, a person, a situation, or a thing, an object. The second way we do is when we think that we have to be, do, or have something in order to be. So yes, we could call those practices unhappiness practices, or practice of unhappiness, that we use to look away from what is actually here. This ever effortless moment of happiness. So just for now, and only the best you can, could you open to the possibility that resting as what you are, the moment, is where the everlasting experience of happiness is, from moment to moment. So, while resting as what you are, this lasting, ever-present happiness, could you allow yourself to remember a way that you used to absorb or squeeze happiness from a place, a hobby, a person, an activity, or a thing like eating, yes, sweets, or drinking beer, or champagne. You simply remember whatever it is that you, from where you used to squeeze and beg happiness. And simply notice whatever sensations are arising. Notice how you're effortless sensing whatever is arising. And whatever is being sensed, could you surrender it to the moment itself? Or notice what is beyond whatever is being sensed. This effortless presence of being from moment to moment. Yes, and allow yourself to remember of the same thing or any other memory, because at this moment they are memory, aren't they? A memory that you used to recycle. in order to squeeze or beg for happiness from the external, what you call the world. In other words, looking for happiness away from happiness. Looking for happiness while ignoring happiness. And just simply notice whatever might be arising in the here right now. And remember that you have the choice to get involved with it or to simply surrender it to the moment itself. And actually, surrender sounds like a lot of activity. A good word will be notice it. And use and notice the sense of indifference, the sense of neutrality about it. It collapses, anything that arises on you collapses by itself when you open to just be neutral. Neutral and no nuclear. Nuclear is when you're reactive. And it's because we are so reactive that we created something like nuclear energy. We didn't want to hold it all within our bodies. We wanted to put it outside of ourselves because it was too much to handle. So yes. So just while resting at this openness, yes, that is already reaction-free, suffering-free, problem-free, therefore memory-free. Allow yourself to remember about the same memory or any other memory when you felt that you needed to do, to be, or to have something in order to be to experience happiness. And yes, simply notice whatever arises. Whatever sensing you might be experiencing. Simply notice the freedom of the moment, how it welcomes effortlessly everything, all sensing. Yet, it doesn't need to hold on to it. Doesn't need to do anything to it. It doesn't need to use it to ignore itself. So yes, simply each time you're willing to rest as this effortless presence of the moment, you're allowing sensing to be free, to come and go naturally, as you enjoy a beautiful tree going through the 4 seasons. Naturally, without any attachment. So just lastly, the same memory or any memory that you used to recycle when you thought that you needed to do, to be, or have something in order to be happy. Like, for instance, what we expect of ourselves, or what we feel others are expecting from us. Yes, simply notice whatever this invites into your experiencing. And in the same way as you breathe, in and out, allow this sensing to appear in and effortlessly to collapse out. Yes, allow sensing to be free, flowing, like the waves in the sea, that when they arrive to the shore of what you are, they dissipate naturally, effortlessly, without leaving any what you call fingerprints or footprints, without leaving any prints. Yes. Thank you.